Fish says in chat, this is the end. And here's the thing, my fish. Maybe not. We are... Oh, we're getting close to the end. Absolutely. Cars are flying. Leafs still haven't won a cup. Danny, thank you for the 43. Appreciate you. My goodness, my goodness. We have very, very little time left, right? Very little time left. By the math of 30 years, right? This is the 4th to last season, aka season number 27 of a 30-year limit, because of course you got to include 20. You started 2024, 25, so on and so forth. So yeah, we are much closer to the end than the beginning. We pretty much need to get promoted. Actually, in fact, we do need to get promoted every single year to survive, and if we don't, that will be it. And we will move on to the next big challenge, whatever that may be. Which, again, as you guys know, I have a couple of things in mind, and we'll see what I've ended up going with, right? So, interesting times for the Ball State Cardinals. Interesting, interesting. This could, in fact, be our final season. So before we get into it, we of course have to take a look at everything that we have going on, including the open games in our schedule, which are week 2 and week number 4. I want to go through and schedule in, if possible, a couple of our biggest rivals, in case this is the last hurrah, right? And when you talk about the Ball State Cardinals, you have to talk about the Georgia State Panthers and the most ridiculous moment of this entire Dynasty run, right? It has to be. Or I wouldn't say so. I'd say that's pretty justified. For those who do not recall, as I'm trying to track down the frickin' images from that time, I might have gone too far back. I don't even know if they're frickin' on Twitter anymore. They should be. Where the hell? I can't find the pictures. But, you know, there was a certain mounting against Georgia State. Was that Tug Lane, actually? Now that I think about it, it might have been too far back. But anyway, I digress. Georgia Southern's in that conversation. Very much in that conversation as one of our biggest rivals. The team that I actually want to schedule isn't here. I'm hoping they're available for week number 4. And they are not. I can't even schedule Miami. Oh, it's a heartbreaker. I can't even schedule Miami. I hate it here. Oh, it would have been perfect. It would have been perfect. Well, given that there's no team that we're directly tied to from a rivalry perspective, fuck it, we should have one more showdown with Wyoming. And in week number 2, given that we still also cannot play Miami, let's take a look at another rival, the Monroe Warhawks. Now, technically, we could change the bye weeks, although sometimes it glitches out, so that's why I'm not worried about it. We'll schedule in Monroe and Wyoming as 2 constants that we have seen throughout our time here with Ball State. I think that's a good way to go about it. And then there's the recruitment board, in which we can still target 2 5-star players this year, or at least land 2 5-star players. In which case, yeah, there's quite a few that we can go after here, and obviously from there we'll hope to land some 4 stars as well. But we might. I mean, do we bother I was so hoping that guy's name was going to be Bill Burr. I was going to say, do we even bother targeting somebody? And I don't know if we do. It is true that we could play Kentucky as well if they were available. Yeah, 10 5-stars. That seems low. I hope to end up with 2 of them. That seems kind of low. We might have to target some other people. Thank you, Boxy, for finding the clip, by the way. Even though we won't be able to play Miami, we'll never forget. We'll never forget Georgia Southern. To be honest, maybe we should play Georgia Southern. Maybe we should. Oh, the backpack. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I don't believe Kentucky was an option either. Just teams aren't lining up schedule-wise, and yeah, they're not. I looked at it while that clip was running, so we'll leave it at Monroe and Wyoming. Black screen. God damn it! It's because I fucking OBS is a pain in the ass. God damn it! Sorry about that. Whenever I record something and my split monitor setup, it never registers back of like, oh yeah, there's only one monitor up. So it still tries to capture the other monitor that is now showing the game, but it's just a pain in the ass. Basically, streaming's a pain in the ass. But anyway, take 2. There you go. Feel free to look at that because it was a time. It was a sweet, beautiful time in all of our lives. In all of our lives. Do I want to target these other fucking stars? I might as well. The 2 5-stars we could get are more important than the litany of 4-stars we could get. So again, I hope you enjoyed that time, the proper Georgia Southern clip actually popping up. Thanks a lot to OBS. You pain in my ash hole. It was a month ago. Yeah, we've been at this for a while. We've been at this for a while. Oh, hold on. T. Cruz. Tony Cruz. Old Tony Cruz. All right. First and foremost, all these different 5-stars. Let's just spam the scholarship offers as we do. And we'll take it from there. I think the mount was in like the first 5. So probably, yeah. It was a long time ago. And again, as much as I hate to say it, this could be it. This recruitment could all be for naught, but we do have to recruit as if we were going to be continuing on. Warrior, no kidding. No kidding, no kidding. So we will hope it is not the last hurrah, but if it is, we've had a good run. National title win. We've made it to Div 4 after spending like a third of this challenge in Tier 10 of 11. Pretty ridiculous. So let's look at these 5-stars here. Potential quarterbacks, Lee Line. What a name. He is a bust, but he does have 96 throw power and 88 speed. You could argue he would still be better than whoever else we could get. There is Larry Slaughter, who is also phenomenal, and Glenn Waddle. Yeah, if we were to get any of these 3 quarterbacks, we'd be loving life. Even the bust of the 3 with Lee Line. Adrian McIntyre, 91 speed, 81 break tackle, 83 carry. He's a beast. The wideouts, Connor Ty. Also a bust, but man, 93 speed, 84 catching. Who cares if he's a bust? He'll still be better than pretty much anybody that we have. Dakota candidate, fast as hell. We appreciate that. Roberto, we're only going to get to recruit 2 of these guys total from playoff success. We have not outright unlocked 5-stars yet. I wish. We might as well just scout all these guys out because I have no other use for the points. But pretty much we know we're going to be swinging for the fences here with literally whoever we can get. And hoping for the best. Hoping for the best. Some of these guys will probably immediately drop us out of their top 8, but it is what it is. But we might as well scout because that way if it does come down to like, oh, one guy or the other, At least we'll know who to target. I would say Oscar Latimer's the pride of Mobile, Alabama, but we all know that that's Bob Holly. Old Bobbert Spark Plug Holly. I mean, all these guys are just phenomenal. Marsteller, no idea. Maybe. I also think that's very situational. Larry Gooden. These players are awesome. As they should be, as they're 5 stars, but like, my god. Compared to what we've been dealing with for the duration of this run, those players are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. In terms of the preseason All-American list, our running back, Dom Minatrix, is the highest rated running back in the land, which is beautiful. I have no thoughts. I never have thoughts about PTO. I don't care about preseason or tryouts. No thoughts. In terms of ACC, clearly it's us and BYU that are both rated incredibly highly. By this game's logic, we are the favorites to win this conference. Again, we are here alongside 85 overall BYU. We're currently rocking a 90. 83 for Boston College. 87 for Florida State. 85 for Hawaii. 80 Houston. 82 North Texas. 87 for Texas in the morning. 81 for the Green Wave of Tulane. 83 UCF. And an 82 for West Virginia. I mean, outside of Texas A&M and Florida State, we are in a pretty good spot. Now, we will still have to rename all of our new players and everything like that, but of course, before then, we can go through the red shirt process and see what the depth chart is going to look like. Might as well just sit Larry Rabb. Why not? And again, we brought in some good freaking players, man. We brought in some damn good players. And we still have a million bajillion centers, which is the best. Let's set up Jose Goddard. Anybody else? Linebacker Henry Terrell. Middle linebackers that are pretty damn solid. That's the thing. We're set up very, very well. But we only have one more shot. So let's see what this depth chart ends up looking like for this season. Let's see. So quarterback is Crack the Casey. Let him Cooks and Chili Conheaney behind him on the depth chart. So Casey is the guy. Been watching you for years on YouTube. Happy to finally be able to. I apologize already for the streaming schedule. I know it's terrible. I'm so sorry, but I'm so happy you could be here. Welcome. You're just in time to watch this team make me cry one more time, for old time's sakes. Fullback. Bill Cincinnati might end up being the starting fullback. That's kind of crazy. Wideouts. At least a couple of good options here. Reaver, I'll have to look at it. How the hell did Greg Ory end up being our highest rated dude? How the hell did that happen? Guy also has the worst catching rating of the bunch. Let's move old Greg Ory down to that third spot. And then here with these two wideouts, better awareness, better catching, better pizza. Papa John. We'll stick with Alanis, I guess. A little bit worried about that receiver core. Right, they're not the most well-rounded players in the world. At tight end, old JJ the jet plane. It's like he'll be the number one. I'm okay with this. I'm just going to leave the O-line as it wants to be because obviously it still puts guards over here and tackles over there and all that fun stuff. So whatever, we'll just let that and the defensive side be what it's going to be. I'm not even going to worry about it. Matter of fact, the only thing I really want to take a look at are the specialty sides. In terms of Yeah, Rubber Duck 4 bat definitely being the return option. Definitely, I've seen the YouTube videos. I'm ready for the paint. You're in the right place. Long snapper, good to go. Third down back is Dom. Our back is still Bill Cincy. Slot receiver, let's just base it off a rating. Let's do it, let's do it. The running back is definitely the highest rated player we've ever had. Which is ridiculous, honestly. Again, he was just kind of a middling wideout, and then all of a sudden, it's LOL. He's the highest rated player in team history through offseason development. I'm not complaining, for the record. Not at all. Let's see. Linebacker. Looking good there. And a corner. Not going to be too much to change. There we go. Don't let the Golden Knight hate. Take that up with Sin. Alright. We do have our new players to rename, but obviously the team is looking phenomenal. 90 overall for the second year in a row. And we'll see how that plays out for us. Is it the best crop of names we've ever had? Probably not. Probably not. Chat might blame what the hand they were dealt. I think that's them passing the buck a little bit. But hey, to recap, we have turned down for Watkins. Shorty got low. Conrad Murray. Oh, goodness. Racing is Ruben. Gunter. Scotty Too Hottie. The wrestling references were on point tonight. Here comes the Bloom. Crocodile Allgaier. Grover Cleveland, the president. He's back. Dalton Castle. Man, there were a lot of references, wrestling references tonight, huh? Larry Me Wyoming. Roderick Johnson. I mean, once people pointed out his name was Rod and Johnson, then kind of had to stay. Henry VIII. Big Papa Pope. James and the Big Ash Peach. Jerry On, my wayward son. Rolls Boyce. And Jose Hoseby. In fairness, we should probably change the spelling of that a little bit. That would still be Jose. I mean, it'd be Hoseby. There you go. Jose Hoseby. What a team. What a chat. What a community. Like I said, it's understandable after 26 seasons that people now are just like, I don't know. So, fair enough. But let's get down to it. Again, it could be our final season at the helm here, as we do already get locked out for old Larry Gooden. But I think the big question right now is whether or not we frickin' menu sim out of the gates, because God, we were so much better last year while menu simming that I'm worried that if we don't, we might be doing ourselves a bit of a disservice. We are allowed 2 of these 5 stars. We pretty much have to go all in pretty much immediately. I don't want to mess with like sliders or anything like that. I want to keep it at the same playing field that we had before. Don't plan on changing anything like that, at least. Alright, so all the dudes that we already have a rank for, go all in on. And then anybody else, we will see how many points are left. Take it from there. We actually had more players that we already had some progress with than I realized, too. So, last guy is Mark L. Wick. Alright. So, Burgess, 25? 25 should work. The math, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be real close, but we will try to make it work. Yeah, we're not gonna have enough. We are not gonna have enough. Well, we don't expect to get everybody anyway. Let's just start slapping 5 points on the people to see if we can make up any sort of progress. Does this game have career-ending injuries? Yes, technically. I do think they're very rare. Isaac, 1, 5, 10. And old Bober put you on to 10 as well. Like that, we can advance to week number 1. Again, it's, I believe, Monroe to kick off our season, and there's what we were waiting for. See a whole lot of people lock us out pretty much immediately. We don't even have a week 1 game, it's week 2. Fair enough. Get to stay focused on recruiting them, which I am perfectly fine with. Get rid of everybody that locked us out. I just got rid of somebody that didn't lock us out, but no biggie. The question is, when do we start going after the 4 stars that are left? But I think we do need to aim high here. Gotta get candidates. Better than a lot of the names we were just dealing with. I'm sorry to be harsh, Chad. I'm sorry, but it's like... No? Like immediately just be like, name him John Wick, and it's like, really? That's... We can't be more creative than that? I think we could. I have faith. Or at least I did. You stomped it out of me tonight. I'm just being a jerk, or am I? Maybe I'm telling the truth. Alright, and this math also won't work. Actually, it will work out perfectly. Here you go. Only allowed 2 of these guys. So we'll see. Alright. I think we got a menu sim, right? I feel like it gives us our best chance to win at this point. I might be wrong. Man, we were so bad last year to start things off. We're number 4 in the country to kick off the year, too. Nothing else to change there. Monroe is at least non-conference. Not that I don't want us to win. On last season ago, we did get promoted, but it took us winning 7 conference games in a row to make it to the title game. Which is not something that I want to see happen again. I think we're simming from the menu here. That way, if our time comes to an end, we still do so a little bit more quickly. We ended up winning, which is good. I need to see by how much. As Shakir, senior. How the hell are you a senior already? Had a sack, 4 tackles that game. And our first conference game of the year is against UCF. But how did we do in week 1? We won 45-10. 45-10. Lethal, hello. I had a someone else messaged me at Twitch alerts. We're being a bit wonky tonight, so. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. There we go, there we go. So, yeah, given the fact that we absolutely kicked the crap out of Monroe, I think we got a menu sim until further notice. And hope that the team can continue to play to that level. Yeah, we didn't lose anybody there, so the points are fine. UCF, first conference game of the year. What's up, Carnage? Did we win this game? Yes, we did. Okay, so far so good. Even if it's a little bit less interesting, wins, that's what matters the most right now. For my REDUX was the Conference Offensive Player of the Week. We are now the number 2 team in the country, but how well did we play? 41-18. I mean, we've put up 40 points in back-to-back weeks to start the year. I think we're going about this the right way. Fangupo has apparently locked us out because of playing style, but I am just going to leave him and the points there. I don't care too much. Or at least the deal breaker changed. I can always switch back. Our second non-conference game is against Wyoming. Our old pals, the Cowboys. We won that game as well. So, I mean, the team is just rolling when we don't worry too much. Yeah, 3 straight weeks with at least 41 points on the board. There's no chance in hell our team's playing that well consistently through the Super Sim. No chance. So, definitely on the right track. Florida State in our second conference game of the year. Our first ever matchup against the Seminoles as well. We won 4-0. We're cruising. We are absolutely cruising right now. What was the score in that game? 24-21, so much closer. I imagine the Seminoles were the highest rated team we've played so far. Yeah, the offense still looked pretty damn good. We were only 2 of 10 on third down. Quarterback, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, a pick, was sacked 5 times, so. But, okay. Okay, we're still on the right track here. Let's just keep letting them roll with it here. West Virginia, 1-2 in conference. We're, of course, 2-0. Out of the 10 conference games we get per year. Walked out for a couple of people. And we lost. Okay, that is our first loss of the year. West Virginia was able to get the better of us. It is George F. Lloyd with a pick 6 in that game, and it wasn't even enough for us to win. What was that score looking like? Lost by a field goal. In overtime. No less. Oh, the Ball State story. Lost by a field goal. It's happened plenty of times. 2 closer games. BYU is number 3 in the country. If we also lose this one, we might have to start going week by week. If we lose back-to-back, that'll be some cause for concern, especially when you have BYU and North Texas both undefeated so far. Houston, by the way, is the team at the bottom that's getting absolutely pooped on so far this year. Anything to do recruitment-wise? And yeah, we've started to lose some players. Okay. I don't think Fangupo is going to change his mind. We are in the running for a good amount of these guys. Let's take Pickney off the board. We'll take Dugans out. Okay. Let's max out the points we have for people. We need to get at least these 2 stars out of the way first, and then just try to salvage whatever we can for whatever 4 stars might be left, and that might actually be interested in us. Alright, let's run out of points pretty quickly, but that's okay. Randy Otis. The Otters. You on to 60. Alright, we should be able to maximize this, which means we will be able to start looking at 4 stars then. Yeah, we'll have the leftover points. Plus, we want to start scheduling visits. Hood. Every single one of them's ready for a visit at this point. Lee Line against A&M. Get you on pro potential and Connor Tie. Connor Tie? You want contender status. Alright, from there. If they lose to BYU, that could be a bit of trouble. And we do get Connor Tie. That's one of the 5 stars. So a 5-star wideout, Connor Tie. We're only allowed 1 more. And we did lose to BYU. So I think we're going to have to start going week by week here. We're now 2-2 in conference. Back-to-back losses. That's a bit too risky. So anybody that we're not in first for, we need to drop off of this list. And again, there are only these options left. It's first come, first serve. We'll see who accepts that spot next. So for the 4 stars, literally just whoever is interested in us. We gotta start looking at those people first. Say, hopefully there were people left, and so far so good. Yeah, we'll have to check that score against BYU as well, but that's a bit of a bummer. That could put us in a good amount of trouble here. We were doing really well. And the last couple of weeks, we've started to slip up a bit. Alright, let's see. Seth Kaufman. Yeah, 87 speed, 92 throw power. Guy's great. What about Alfonso Bliss? Good throw power, good speed. He's also great. Gordon Kenoy. Good throw power, good speed. I mean, again, we don't know if we'll bring in all these guys as quarterbacks necessarily. They are athletes, except for Penny. 81 speed, but 91 throw power. Fan favorite. So at least the 4 stars that are left are actually looking pretty good. We have a good option at quarterback next year. Not the best. Not the best option at quarterback, unfortunately. Unless we get some crazy development. So it is kind of important for us to try to focus on a 5-star QB, but it's also pretty big risk. For the most part, all these guys are looking pretty good. The CJ Sledge. Yeah, pretty much everyone's got the speed that we're looking for. Let's just get a basic amount of points here. On to whoever we can. Simonson. Dude in the G League whose name is, I kid you not, Dink Pate. Is it Pate or Pate? Could be Patty. Old Dink Patty. Intrigued. Oh my goodness, we had a lot of open spots on this team. I might have to double check the 5 stars at the top since we can only get one more. My goodness. Any more people? 4 more? Yep. Scholarship for you. And then the guys at the bottom. Scholarship. And whoops. I did, Meg. It's here. A little bit blocked by the chair, but it's there. Let's see, old Josh Stock. There we go. Okay, so at the top, line, hook. I mean, Lee Line is the only guy that could be a quarterback. We are in first for him by a long shot. Just got to get who we can get, man. I hope he is the one to accept the offer next, but let's see how badly the BYU game went for us. We lost by a point. We've lost our last 2 games by 4 points combined. We could look into that as no changes are necessary because we've just gotten unlucky. But we're in trouble. We are in trouble here. We got some ground to make up. And if we menu sim this and lose the next one. Oh, good. Shakir tears their Achilles. They'll be out for the rest of their season. They'll never play another down in college. Feed me Morrison, and dude, Bill Cincinnati is made of glued together toothpicks and paper mache. Shit. How good is Texas A&M? 82 overall. Guys, you should be able to beat an 82 overall team. You should be able to. Please. Please. Lee Line has signed. He is our other 5-star. And we did beat Texas A&M. Thank God. Okay. 3-2 in conference, as is Hawaii. And they're up next. But we got to take these other 5-stars off our board. We are no longer allowed to get any other 5-stars. But there will be a wideout and a quarterback joining this team for next season. It's just whether or not we are going to live to see the day on that front. Have a lot of points to use here. All right. So 4 stars defensively. We looked at all the offensive options. Yeah. What do we have on defense? Alcantara, Cordell Span, Duke Boye. More DTs. 1 linebacker. Corner. Hell of a lot of free safeties. No strong safeties, though. For anybody that it makes sense to take off the board, then. Have that many people. Just look for busts, then, and open up more space on this list. Leotti Cummings at running back was a bust. He is fast as hell, but yeah, he's good. But let's aim for higher then. Start scouting people out. D-Rock, it was a good move for him. I'm jealous. 94 jumping, 90 speed wideout. See, that's very tough to be like, oh, but he's a bust, so he's bad. But we just have too many damn people available. And we know that we already got a really, really good wideout. I mean, there's another one right there. 95 speed, 97 jumping. So we can definitely go off of gems. And yeah, Red Wine had 99 speed. So can definitely just go off of gem status and bust status to try and open up space on this board. Obviously, we're trying to speed rush a little bit here. I mean, this guy's got like 93 strength, but again, we'll just trust. We'll trust in the gem status. Or at least someone not being a bust. Where we can open up those few extra spots. Let's see, Dante Goof Troop. Larry Kessler on the way out. Josh Stock also on the way out. Diego Alcantara. At least the gem. Cordell Spain. He's fine. Duke Abouye. Also a gem. Abdul Emery. Also a gem. Yeah, I don't think we have to worry too much about the quality of players that we can potentially get, but we do need to keep winning games. Badly, badly, badly. Let's get all of those safeties into the mix. Oh, Rock, quit being pissed. Alright. Scholarships. Honestly, I hate that add prospect button at the top. Like, I don't view it as necessary. Just let me hit right bumper. Like, I never actually go to the add prospects from this side. I'll always just hit right bumper. That button is never utilized. George Cantwell. But he can well, because he's a gem. How dare you besmirch George. Tyler Hinish. They're not much in the way of points. It's just, yeah, fine. Okay, conference-wise. Conference-wise. We're in the mix. Beat Florida State, but lost to BYU. Loser of this game's in big trouble in terms of making it to the conference title picture. Dude, they're an 81 overall. If a 90 overall team in a menu sim can't beat an 81, then what are we doing here? Come on, boys. You should be able to win this one. You should not need my help at all. They did win. Okay. Thank God. And here it is. 5-1 North Texas. This is another incredibly important game. Fortunately, some of the guys that we were late for have started locking us out. Bit of a pain. Stephen Denley. It's a bust. Move on from him. And George Ortiz locked us out. Okay. We need to start putting more points on people, right? So let's start by just kind of boosting everybody up to 35 if we can. And hopefully we have enough points to pull this off. Those points are going mighty fast. We also have a lot of gems in the mix, which is nice. We had more people left on the board than I thought. Obviously it tells you, hey, you got 25 people on the board, but I didn't think we'd end up with that many. Alright, we got these guys at the bottom here. You know, mathematically, this is actually going to work out for us. Which is really nice, because I didn't think it was going to. Oh, fair enough. So we'll put an extra 10 on Bouye, an extra 10 on Emery, an extra 5 on Cantwell. Perfect. How good is North Texas? I mean, I get it. They're 7-1. 81 overall. Guys, you got to win this game. You got to win this game. You got to do it. You got to win this game. You are good enough to beat them. But you didn't. We just lost to 81 overall North Texas. Uh-oh. We have 3 conference games left. We've slipped up a couple of times against inferior opponents. And this could be going down to the wire. Oh boy. That last loss. That last loss, man. Slap more points. We're not dead in the water yet, but that hurts. That definitely hurts our chances. Let's get a full look at the picture. We lost to both North Texas. Oh, no. Oh, my God. That might actually be it. That might actually be it. We might be done. We lost to the 2 teams that we really couldn't afford to lose to. Uh-oh. We had to kind of live and die by the menu sim last year. And unfortunately this year it hasn't been as helpful. We're going to need some help, but we do need to win against the teams that are in front of us. Might have been one too many menu simmed games.
Welcome to Muncie, Indiana, home of the Ball State.
But when we're not beating 81 overall teams, it's concerning. Yeah, I mean, if we dominate BC here, then it's going to have the feeling of mistakes were made. Typical late comeback. Well, we do beat Boston College pretty convincingly, 30-13.
No frills, just get the job done and get the win. I love
Should we have super simmed more?
consistent,
Let's move on. Should we have fuck. I don't even want to hit the no touching button here because it might be taking on a different meaning of this team's done. No way, man. Are we actually going to play better in the Super Sim than menu simming? Since when? Since when? Shit. Okay. They both lost last week. We're not done yet. We cannot lose another conference game or it's over. We're not technically done yet. Again, our losses, West Virginia, BYU, and North Texas. I mean, losing to those two teams at the top. Losing to BYU by a point. And West Virginia by a field goal. We got Tulane and Houston. I'm not even worried about recruitment at this point. It can be on rails. Shit, dude, it might be over. It might be over without us even getting to the title game and making it more dramatic, but we simmed so freaking well last year and started off so well this year.
And certainly the fans are showing that they are
Is this it? Is this it? Gotta win this game. Would hate to see the run officially be over at the hands of Tulane, but here comes the inconsistencies from Ball State. We head to the fourth without any points on the board. There we go. It's 12-3 with 13 minutes left. They need to score here. And they don't.
The Tulane offense.
Keep an eye on that scoreboard
They've hit a bit of a
in case there have been games
cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
from North Texas or BYU. We need them to lose, and we need to pull off a win here.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop.
Screen pass. Nearly broke it.
And let's see less of the punt.
Sims worse than many. So, I mean, we did well against Boston College, but then, yeah, we haven't done a goddamn thing here. So just, like, no matter what, our team proved to be very inconsistent this season regardless, despite being a 90 overall. Like, menu sim, super sim, there's inconsistencies no matter what.
Give to the running back.
Trying like hell to force a fumble here.
Now facing a third and
Trying like hell.
fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Corner gets beat on the press. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Score on the board is a
And the Ball State Cardinals are hanging on by a thread.
Big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his
We looked really good
touchdown on the year.
until we didn't.
That ball skips through the end zone.
The back-to-back losses.
25-yard line.
A rough loss to North Texas, despite being 9 overall points better.
David, it was 1, 2, 3.
And they have played terribly here against Tulane.
Drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable.
We just got to try to air the ball out. I mean, we need to score fast. This cannot be a loss or it's over.
2nd and 10 from their own 25. Now he's looking into the middle.
Intercepted.
He is finding wide open defenders all over the field.
The end often isn't pretty.
And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man.
And we're going to see things end for Ball State here without much pomp and circumstance.
Get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Just too many losses. And here on our home turf, we just did not show up against Tulane.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd
15 years in Conference USA was the backbreaker. Yeah.
They'll leave it with him. A strong tackle and
Time for the eyelash. I'm not crying, I swear.
3rd down conversion.
Fuck. We need a miracle here.
If they can pull it off.
We need a miracle.
DBs lock up tight on the receivers. And the defense
We need a miracle. Our defense at some point has to force a turnover. They have to. Oh, my eye is bugging out. Jesus. Bring on the tears, huh? We got no choice but to just hope that somebody can get open downfield. Dude, my eyes. Christ.
After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he...
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Got no choice but to just spam verts. We've been here before. We have 6 minutes. It's not impossible.
Going up top on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You know, as the head
Our
coach,
defense has to make a stop.
positive you're gonna take a
They
look.
have to make a stop.
Don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
CNC, what's up, man?
Snap motion in the backfield. Try to get the edge with a quick touchback. What a nice
Fuck, of course, nobody can block. Are you kidding?
rally and knock him down for a loss.
There's so much valuable time ticking off the clock here.
To settle for the field goal. Looking to throw it again. He's moving out of the pocket.
There we go. That's one.
Touchdown, Ball State.
What's the score? So go for 2. Fuck it.
They thought maybe they could contain
Live and die by the monster.
Don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skilled.
Nobody fucking blocked. Thanks, boys. Good job.
Just get tuned up. You think you got a chance?
Nobody blocked. The linebackers didn't even press, but one of our guys just outright missed one of their defensive linemen.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease.
We need a turnover here.
Coverage, and he'll be
Fumble, a pick, something.
Wayne has it back in the offense.
There has to be a forced turnover,
After giving up that
and it
lead,
has to happen fast.
but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer.
There it is!
This will be picked off.
Shearer!
Turning point they
Touchdown! Let's go!
Cardinal. And this defense coming up with
Quarterback shrugged off a sack, but forced a pass.
How fast did
Woo!
just change offense?
What a terrible decision
Get great.
by their QB.
Big play. We've got ourselves.
Sheep shearer to the end zone. We needed that so badly.
for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late.
Proper blocking. It's a 3-point game.
2-point conversion, and now they drift
North Texas's game has started against BYU. They still have to play one another.
again after the pick.
Oh my God. We have a chance.
Start the
If North Texas wins,
And the returner will
we need BYU to lose next week, and we cannot lose this week or in our final game against Houston. We still have a chance.
don't get rattled by that last pick six.
We still have a chance, but we have to win this game.
So the defense took advantage of it, but you got it behind you.
Well, here's the drama that you ordered.
Throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play
Fuck.
twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the
Damn it.
offense.
And how about that?
I tried to get the guy to cut in front of him. It didn't work.
Dangerous, this guy. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And all of a sudden, our defense can't come up with a stop. And we have an injury timeout for Novak.
An injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down.
Boys, we need a stop here.
Caught in the backfield, it's Mung. And the defense had that one well.
Novak has a quad strain. Call him Triple H. He'll be out.
You'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Intercepted! Nick Elodian to the house. Ball State leads.
A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great
One last gasp from Ball Hawk State.
Trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes
Back-to-back pick sixes.
the end zone and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And
They're not dead yet.